Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at SENSTalk_ for live updates of the games, of course, breaking news as well. Please check our website, senstalkcentral.com, and our sponsor, Seatdon.ca, using the code SENSTalk to get discounts on all tickets available on the website, including Winnipeg Jet playoff games. So if you want to go to a playoff game, please go to Seatdon.ca and use the code SENSTalk to get discounts on your Senators tickets. It really helps us out. Before we get into the round 2 prediction/preview video, we want to send our deepest condolences and prayers to the families and victims of the attack that happened in Toronto a couple days ago. 10 innocent people were killed, and just an awful tragedy, and these things keep on occurring, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop, and it's just awful to see it happen, especially so close with family there and everything. So, we got to find a way to stop these things, and it's just an unfortunate situation. But on happier notes, we're going to talk now about the round 2 matchups, as the Bruins just defeated the Leafs 15 minutes ago, which was thrilling. Game 6 was nice to see the Leafs win because the city needed that, but Game 7, all bets were off. Great Game 7, instant classic. Bruins really came out to play in the third period there. Couple updates on videos. We're going to have that Canadian Tire Center skating video up in the next couple of weeks, as well as the draft lottery. We'll have a video up for that. Now let's get into the series previews. The first matchup we're going to talk about is quite possibly one of the best matchups you're going to watch in recent hockey history. The Winnipeg Jets face off against the Nashville Predators. Both were the top 2 teams in the National Hockey League this season, and wow, this matchup has the ingredients to be a premier must-see TV. Plenty of things to talk about, plenty of things that can go either way. First off, both of the teams are the top teams, so they both have firepower. The Jets, when healthy, have a good decor. We all know about the Predators' decor. Now shifts to the offense and goaltending. Pekka Rinne in the first round against the Colorado Avalanche looked pretty shaky. Minus a Game 6 shutout. A lot of soft goals, a lot of goals allowed in general. So he's going to really need to clean that up. If Rinne can't clean that up, the Predators are in trouble. The Jets have quite a good offensive lines throughout. Lowry on the fourth line. You got Stastny, and you got Line, you got this and that. The Winnipeg Jets are well-rounded. Ehlers, Kyle Connor on the wing, etc. If the Predators are going to have any chance to combat that offensive skill by the Jets, Kyle Turris is going to need to step up as he's been quite invisible as of late. As well, Rinne needs to go back to his composure, back to his Vezina form. That first round, besides that Game 6, like I just said, not good at all. The Jets are a heavy-hitting team, especially Dustin Byfuglien. They can score at all will. Anyone on the Winnipeg Jets can score anywhere, and they play a really rough and tough style of game. And I know that the Predators have good depth. They have Hartman and Hartnell were on the bench for the Game 6 win against the Avs. So they do have good depth, but be wary of the Jets' skill offensively. Defensively, goaltending, Hellebuyck has been a beast. Quite good. And as well, their ability to lay down the body. I think the team with more firepower, especially since Turris hasn't been producing, is the Winnipeg Jets. I think the Winnipeg Jets are going to take this game and set the series in 7. I think Rinne is going to get better than he was against the Colorado Avalanche, but I think the Jets' skill and their speed and their sheer body checks that they lay, especially Byfuglien, it's going to be too much for the Predators. I think the Winnipeg Jets are going to win this one in 7. So let's see what happens there. Moving on now to the second round matchup in the Western Conference, as the San Jose Sharks take on the new expansion team, Vegas Golden Knights, the surprise of the season. There is a lot going into the series. It could be either a lopsided affair for one team or one of the closer series out of surprise. Quite coincidentally, both teams swept their first round opponents. The Sharks swept the Anaheim Ducks in 4, and the Kings got swept by the Vegas Golden Knights in 4. Both series very different. One series, the Sharks series, very dominant. The Knights series, the Los Angeles Kings could have swept the Vegas Golden Knights. That series, every game for the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Los Angeles Kings was a 1-goal game. Quick got swept in that series, and he had 940 something save percentage. Marc-Andre Fleury, 970 something save percentage, below 1 goals against average. He was spectacular. Now, can Fleury continue his hot streak? That's going to be tough. The San Jose Sharks, their depth throughout that offensive core, especially with Evander Kane, lethal. They are lethal. It's up to Colin Miller, Shea Theodore, and the rest, and Derek England, and the rest of the Vegas Golden Knights defensive core to be able to shut them down. Fleury's got to make some big saves. If they can do that, they can stay in the series. I don't know if the Vegas Golden Knights can match up with the San Jose Sharks offense. The offense is just firing on all cylinders for the San Jose Sharks. They got plenty past the goalie in John Gibson against Anaheim. I mean, Jonathan Quick is a fantastic goalie as well. And they played pretty well against the Kings. But I think the Sharks just have too much offensive power. I think they have a lot going for them right now. And you know what? It's probably stupid to bet against the Vegas Golden Knights. It's probably going to backfire. And I wouldn't be surprised if they win. They pull this off. They pulled off everything else this year. But in my opinion, I think the Cinderella run for the Vegas Golden Knights ends in the second round as the San Jose Sharks, in my opinion, will take down the Vegas Golden Knights in 6 games. Now let's get to the Eastern Conference. The first Eastern Conference matchup in the second round features the Boston Bruins, who just advanced less than an hour ago, and the Tampa Bay Lightning, the 2 top teams in the Atlantic Division in the regular season. This series has a lot of offense going into it. You got the Pastrnak, Bergeron, Marchand line, and then you got the 2 top lines of Braden Point, Steven Stamkos, Nikita Kucherov, etc. As well, the Bolts have great firepower in the back end with Brian McDonough now and Victor Hedman, obviously, and Mikhail Sergachev, etc. The Boston Bruins are not savvy, not savvy there either. Torrey Krug, obviously a good defenseman. Charlie McAvoy, he only got an assist in that first round against the Leafs, but he has that capability to switch the momentum of the game because he has that skill. And of course, Zdeno Chara, he is a veteran and he can produce still. So I think the defense, you got to give that advantage offensively to the Lightning, but I think the Bruins are right there. This series is going to all go down to special teams. Considering both teams are so good offensively, special teams is going to be key to winning the series. Penalty kill and power play. You know, the Bruins and the Lightning are going to have to take advantage of their their power play opportunities. And when they're on the penalty kill, their depth players are going to need to kill it off. This is what's going to win the series for both these teams. The power play is going to win the series for one of these 2 teams. I think the Bolts' top 2 lines is going to be a lot for the Bruins' top line of Marchand, Bergeron, Pastrnak. I think Jake DeBrusk, if he can continue scoring, that would help them a bit, getting that good depth scoring. He was fantastic against the Leafs in the first round. But Rick Nash needs to start chipping in for the Bruins. They trade for him for this, and he hasn't really produced. He needs to start producing for the Bruins, or else they are in trouble. Rask as well needs to steal them some games, because you know what? Whether the Bruins get the advantage on the power play, score more power play goals, the Lightning still have that skill to score at will. So the Bruins have a lot against them in the series. I think Rask can steal them a couple games. I think their power play is going to come through, but I think the Bolts are just too heavily skilled. They're just all around just too heavily skilled. I think the Bolts are going to win this 1-7, and I think it's good because of the special teams. So let's see what happens there. And now to the final matchup of the second round. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the Washington Capitals for the 3rd year in a row. It's Ovi versus Crosby. Can Ovi finally slay the dragon and go to the 3rd round? Every year, it's either the Rangers or the Penguins that kick Ovi and the Capitals out of the 2nd round. This might be the year, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, the Capitals want to slay the dragon. They won 4 in a row. They're on a hot streak. Their power play looked fantastic against Columbus Blue Jackets. Yes, I know they've never won a playoff series, and yes, I know Bobrovsky chokes in the playoffs, but the Capitals just look like a team, and they had a team effort, and I don't know, there's just something special about the Capitals in that first round matchup against the Columbus Blue Jackets while they were winning 4 in a row. As well, I think the Penguins got lucky against the Flyers. You know, the Flyers pushed it to 6 with, I think, the worst goaltending I've seen in the playoffs in recent history. It was just brutal. Neuwirth couldn't stop a puck. Elliott obviously couldn't stop a puck. Mrazek couldn't stop a puck. Their goaltending is just atrocious there, and they're waiting, they're praying for Carter Hart to be what he is. But I think the Penguins got lucky winning that series. Bad goaltending leads to a lot of goals, which the Penguins got, and the Flyers, for the most part, for most of the games, were able to stay with them. I think Matt Murray was not good in that series, and you know what? I think Braden Holtby is starting to play well once again. Braden Holtby hockey. I think this can be the season. It all comes down now to the power play battle. The Penguins have the best power play in the league, like usual, but Ovechkin, you can't take away Ovechkin's shot on that power play. It's going to be a power play battle in the series. And you know what? I think Matt Murray's not playing well as of late. I think the Penguins are overrated in some aspects defensively. I think the Capitals are playing like a team. And you know what? I'm calling for the upset. I think the Capitals are going to slay the Dragon. I think Ovechkin's going to make it to the third round. I say the Capitals are going to win this series in 7 games. Please, God. Please let Ovi get to the third round. Please let the Senators get a better first round draft pick from the Penguins. Let's get this video wrapped up. So to recap, in the Western Conference, I have the Winnipeg Jets taking on the San Jose Sharks. Going to be an interesting matchup there. And in the Eastern Conference, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Washington Capitals. Please comment below your opinion and predictions. Besides that, I appreciate the support. I'll see you in a few days for the draft lottery. So thank you for watching. Please follow us on Twitter at @SENStalk_. For live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. As well, please check out our website, SENStalkCentral.com. And, of course, our sponsor, SeatJohn.ca. Using the code SENStalk, you'll get discounts on all tickets on the website. Besides that, please click right here for the season playlist, right here for most recent upload, right here for the playoff playlist, and right here to subscribe to us. I appreciate the support. Enjoy the second round. Best hockey is right now. Let's see who can make the next step for the Stanley Cup. I'll see you in a few days for the draft lottery. Besides that, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Go Sens, go.